So Acacia, known by most to Acacia Joinery, or at least you have been for a long time now. It threw me a little bit. What is it exactly that Acacia do?
That's a good question, Doug. Acacia, the name of Acacia Joinery grew out of wanting to be known as a joinery window and door. So we could have had the name as Acacia Timber Windows and Doors.
And that's probably in the industry, joinery falls under the cabinetry aspect, which is where a lot of us builders are probably fooled.
Yeah, no, and I fully agree with that. That's why we've become more and more as Acacia Windows and Doors, just known as that. And a lot of our marketing now just shows as Acacia. Yeah. But our original mindset was to put the word joinery out there so people could see we're detailed, as in windows and doors.
So basically it's just detailed, high-end, architecturally designed timber windows and doors.
Correct.
Sliding windows, sliding doors, bifold doors, the whole lot.
Casements, awnings, fixed glass.
Yeah, I mean, even the job that you guys are doing for us now, we've got I think it's an 8-bay, different coloured glaze, and we're trying to match the glass from the Federation home, which is, early 20s. Yeah. Anything can be done, right?
Yes, we aim at the high-end market, as you've just capped on, but we're still there to look after anybody that wants to window and door.
Yep.
And if there's a bit of heritage thrown in there, a little bit of detail in the heritage side of it, we still cater for that as well.
I mean, timber's been around longer than any of the other products out there, and it's just got a different feel and a different look to it that I think is appealing to a lot of people. It's a big question. A lot of people do we want to go with aluminium or timber? And it's not even polarizing. I don't even know how to explain it, but there's always a level of, I feel like the people who go back towards timber, there's a feel to their home. Like it's a really earthy, it's got a lot of character. Yeah. Character is probably a good word. So you've got the solid hardwood floors and the timber doors and windows, and there's a real quality about it.
The warmth of a natural timber is what people really like. We're using a lot of grey ironbark these days.
Grey ironbark's beautiful. Expensive
beautiful.
Though, I bet.
It is expensive, but it's a beautiful product.
Yeah.
We've just done a couple of big houses in grey ironbark, a little bit of red ironbark, Jarrah.
Yep.
We've got Jarrah. You can see the Jarrah over in the corner over there, and of course a lot of black butt, and tallow wood, Queensland spotty, and black butt. Yeah. So we're using them all. All the timber we use is all certified. So we're buying from reliable sources that only want to protect their own business names. They're not prepared to be bringing anything in illegal, and that's the material that we're using from top to bottom.
So I'm working closely now with Ruben in the office on our upcoming project in Haberfield. The brief for that one is timber doors and windows throughout. The front of the house is original Federation, so there's lots of panelled windows, frosted glass and coloured glass. Most of the conversation I've had with Ruben is about sash profiles and fixed profiles. So the difference is basically, is it a window in its frame, which is the window, or is it has an additional frame, like an additional head, mullion and sill that slots in? And these things, when you've got your dimensions right and the look of the window right, you can very easily glance over. But Ruben brings that to your attention. Look, this is actually how it's going to look with these profiles, and that will have a massive impact on how the house is going to look at the end.
As you know, once we produce the drawings, that'll give you that clarity even more.
Yeah.
Because our shop drawings show an elevation, and they show cross sections through heads, sills, styles, everything. And then we expect that you'll take them away, measure up your job, you tweak the sizes, we tweak the details, we go back for a second redraw for a sign off.
Yeah. Every door and window company and every builder has their own way of communicating, so you've gotten your product across to me really in a simple form, and I'm understanding it, so it makes a difference.
That's good. And of course, then you think about the front end of your house as a heritage. So that's architraves and probably bull nosings and scotias, and all that detail can still usually put into around those windows.
Yeah, and I think the benefit of having an experienced door and window company, or an experienced builder or experienced architect, running a project, is the fact of foresight. We don't start this job in question till Monday. Today's Thursday. We've been speaking for about a month now to get all these details right. Doors and windows are by no means an afterthought. Like, our whole set out of the project is based around doors and windows. So we want our threshold to be flush with the floor. We want our head to be recessed. We've also got Centaur fly screens on the slider. So again, you want those to be recessed within the walls.
Correct.
And if you don't have all these nutted out before you start on site, you've got Buckleys of making it look good on the end.
In the building of a property, you know, you've got certain basics you've got to meet. And the window and door plays a lot in getting your basics results you need. And the beauty of timber is that you can't get a better insulator than timber in a window and door.
So really, the timber frame is going to give you the best solar and acoustic benefits because of the density.
Correct.
And then the glass, you're basically starting at single glazing, which is one piece of glass.
Yep.
And then you can bulk that up to 2 pieces of glass with a gap, and you're putting literally a film coating, like a tint that's reflecting heat coming in the house during the summer, which overall it's going to keep your heating and cooling costs down on the inside. So there's a lot of technology in the glass.
Yeah, no, that's
as
exactly
much as
right.
anything else.
That's exactly right. So in your double glazing, you know, you've got your basic unit, which might be clear. From there, you can step up and you can go clear, low E. And that's when you really start to bring in your thermal protection. And then from there, you can go clear, laminated, low E, with a thick interlay, which then gives you your sound breaks. Acacia as a business has changed hugely. When I first started here, we had a 4-headed moulder, we had a spindle moulder, we had a saw, we had a press. From there, we've advanced to a digital saw. We've got a 7-head moulder, and of course the whole brains of our organisation now is a 5-axis CNC machine.
Yeah, which is basically a computer. You type in your shop drawings and out comes your product, isn't it?
Exactly right. So the actual early stages of machining, we're still hand picking material, we still hand straighten the material. And then it goes through the moulder, which will mostly we're just square dressing. There's nothing fancy coming through the moulder, and that's simply because our CNC is so brilliant. We're actually running the factory on solar energy.
Yeah, actually, you were telling me about that. You've got, how many solar panels is it on your work shed?
So we probably have 150 to 200 square metres of solar panel, and our aim in that is we'll actually return something back to the grid.
Yep.
All our sawdust is recycled. The other thing to consider too is that with our timber offcuts, we have 2 gentlemen come in every Thursday. You've just missed them, from the men's shed.
Yeah.
And we all know what the men's shed does. It's just all the old guys get together and they make timber product. All our offcuts come in and those guys take them as well.
That's awesome. So it sounds like everything's getting reused. Staying on top of your waste is really impressive.
Yeah, good. I mean, there'll always be things that slip through. If you looked in our bin, there'd be bits and pieces, but we don't have much volume considering the timber that we cut up in a week.
Like you said, reaching out to fire. Everyone wants firewood. You've got the men's shed on board. Yeah. There's got to be a lot going out there. That's good.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks a lot for having us, Russell. Have a really good time here having a look around your setup. That's all from Acacia today. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you want to learn a little bit more about Acacia, there's a link in our description that'll take you to their website. It's been a really cool place. We've had a lot of fun here today.